y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. If this is your first time, welcome. You're watching CBTV. Let's get into it.
Gucci like to cook, that he go hard in the pain. Gucci like to swag.
So the title of this episode is Grown Folks Business. Yes, ma'am. That's what we get into. Because I know y'all all know when you go in, when your parents are talking, or you at Thanksgiving and all the grown folks are in the living room and you try to go in there, they be like, you try to put your input in, this grown folks business. Well, guess what? I'm in the living room now because I'm grown. So we're going to talk about women, us as women and us as like our bodies and growing. And I got this idea because I was watching Big Mouth season 4. Y'all need to go watch it. I love Big Mouth. But I was watching Big Mouth and I realized, you know, we always talk about puberty, you know, when you're 12 and you start your period, you start feeling different, you start losing weight, gaining weight, your hormones are all out of whack, you're arguing with your mama more. We talk about all of that, but we never talk about that second stage of puberty. And if you are over the age of 21, you know what I'm talking about. You go through this second phase as women. I believe we do. Like, there's probably science behind it and everything, but I'm not a science major. I'm a journalism major. Well, I was. My degree is in journalism, not science. So if there's science behind it, go research it and drop it down in the comments below and let me know. But until then, I'm going to tell you guys my take on it because I feel like we don't talk about that enough. We don't talk about how when you hit a certain age, those chips, those hot fries, those hot Cheetos you used to eat in the morning with some soda, with a brisk, going to class, you can't do that anymore. You do that, you're going to literally die. You cannot, you need nutrients, you need water, you need broccoli. Like what? Like who? We don't talk about that. So let's get into it. Personally, and hopefully y'all can relate. Well, I guess not hopefully, but hopefully I'm not alone. Personally, I've noticed my body is not bouncing back. Like I will say I'll eat a late night snack of some Takis. And if you know me, you know Takis is my problem. That is my biggest problem. I'll eat some Takis late at night. I'll wake up the next morning bloated. I feel gross. Or like, I do it too often. I see it in my stomach. I definitely see it in them love handles. Them sides right there. We don't like that. I don't like that. So I've been trying to work out more, but like, I've noticed that like with my eating habits, I've noticed with my sleeping habits, like if I don't get enough sleep, like I used to always get cranky, but like now I am cranky. Like I'm grumpy if I don't get enough sleep. Like, am I an old man? Like, what is this? And then I've also noticed like I'm more like protective of my energy and my space and the people who I have around me. I've noticed that I've started to, if you don't benefit me, then why are you here? If you're not helping me get to my next step, my next level, the next goal, I don't have time for it. But like when I was younger, I would, oh, well, we're friends. We should talk. We should sit down. We should discuss. Sometimes there's no time for discussion. Period. And you should remember that. Sometimes there's no discussion. We're grown now. We're getting older. You can't blame your bad habits on your childhood or that you didn't know any better. I'm sorry. We're 22, 23 and up. You should know. You know when you're wrong. You know right from wrong. I don't want to hear it. I've always been like a cheapskate. Like if you know Jason Pitts from The Game, that is not me to the extreme, but like I will sit in the dark and do my work because I don't want a high light bill, or like not because I can't pay for it, but because literally I don't want to. It's simple as that. So I think those are the top things that I've noticed about myself versus when I was in high school. I've noticed like just those main things. But the things I wanted to touch on was just your mental health as a woman, and as we are growing into our woman body, and like understanding like your hips are going to get a little wider. Your stomach isn't going to be as flat. You're not going to have that skinny physique that you once had in high school. And some people do. And if you do, that is great. But personally, me, I did not go through that. I used to be 145 in high school. Now I'm like 190. And even though that is a 4-year difference, that is I feel like a large gap. Because I used to dance. And then once I stopped dancing, like when I hit junior year and I stopped dancing, that's when I really noticed, oh gosh, you need to hit the gym. You need to do something. Because if I keep going the way I'm going, I'm going to be on my 600-pound life. And I personally don't want that. And I don't think anybody else wants that. So, to keep me from getting there, I got a gym membership at LA Fitness. And speaking of, I need to go to the gym tomorrow. Make sure y'all in the comments let me know to go to the gym. Please remind me. But I just feel like that is a big thing I've noticed, is that my body is growing into something that I didn't know was on its way. Like, I did not know I was going to be this way. And it's like, I can only imagine when I have kids, like, what your body's going to go through another change then. And it's like, how are you going to deal with that? You know, you're emotional, you're this, you're that. And then your body just lets go. It's like, you got to get that snap back. And if you don't get that snap back, you know, a lot of women go into postpartum depression. That's a legit thing. Like my body is starting to slow down. Like, I know this sounds crazy because I'm only 22. I turned 23 at the end of the month. But I know I'm only 22, but I feel like I'm just mentally more drained. And my memory is starting to go. Like, I don't know about y'all, but my memory be slipping. Like, I'll put something down, I'll be like, where did I just put this? Oh my goodness, I left it in my car. I'm running down to my car. I'm going all over the place, and it's on the countertop where I left it 2 seconds ago. Maybe that's not normal. Maybe that's just me not being a good, healthy individual. But I'm tired. I just want to hibernate. And now I'm starting my career, and it's like, I'm tired here too. I go to work, and I'll be like, oh, hi, guys. Hi, we're chipper. We're adults, and we're growing up, and we're grown, and we're doing this. And it's like, don't talk to me. I'm Darth Vader. Leave me alone. Like, that's how I feel all the time when I go to work. And I shouldn't feel that way, because this is an exciting time. Like, I actually have a job and I'm starting my career. I'm putting my degree to use, but I don't feel like that. I also want to touch on relationships, that like maintaining relationships. I've truly always struggled with that. I've always I don't have a good job at doing that. Like, I'm trying to be better, because, you know, you need those relationships when you're in the journalism field. You need those connections. But I literally suck at maintaining relationships. Like, even with my friends, my family, like, sometimes I could just be so and this may sound selfish, but I'm so wrapped up in my own head, I forget, like, hey, take a break, go see what so-and-so is on, or go see how so-and-so is feeling. And I know that I need to do better, but I also feel like when you go through, like, from elementary to middle school to high school, I definitely feel like we're not instilled to have those relationships. Like, if you don't work at them, you're not going to have them. And I definitely think I didn't learn that at a young age. Like, there's people from elementary school that, like, I remember them. I know who they are. Eric Donahue. I remember you. Don't know where you are. Literally have no idea what you're doing with your life. Hope you're doing great. But, like, him, like, I don't know, he's random, and I remember him. He was a kid that I went to elementary school with. But, like, when we got to middle school, I don't think I ever saw him again. Maybe we went to high school together. I personally don't remember him after elementary school. So it's like, where did you go? Like, you know, like, and it's not something like, for example, like, I have to keep up with him, but I feel like when you go from elementary to middle school, it's kind of like during our age, you know, phones. I didn't get a phone until I had an emergency phone in middle school because I used to walk home, but then high school is when I really got my phone. Like, I didn't have a phone to text my friends and keep up, like, contacts and stuff. Like, I feel like the upcoming kids will have a better chance of maintaining relationships, because I definitely think I'm disconnected from those, from my hometown. But it's also like, did I really need those relationships? Like, you know, did it weed out unnecessary connections? Like, who knows? All I know is half of them I don't speak to. I follow a lot of them on Facebook and Instagram. I won't lie. I see their lives, but that happened like when I hit college. Like, a lot of them started following me, and it was like, oh, wow, like, I see what you're doing now. But when it comes to maintaining relationships, you also have to know which ones are important and which ones you need to let go. And I feel like as we get older, and especially me, because 2020 was a very trying year for me. Like, I'm not carrying dead weight into 2021 because time to waste. I have no time to slack. I have no time to just lollygag, like, I have no time to do anything, like, play around. Like, I have a goal, and I need to achieve my goal. And if you're not going to uplift me, why are you here? You just feel like the phone work both ways, and they don't they don't pick up, you don't pick up, or they don't call you, so you don't call them. Like, it shouldn't be that way. It should be a consistent streak. Like, y'all both should be in the middle. Friendship, relationship, even family. Like, at this point, like, family, yes, is an important thing. But if your family is bringing you down, or they are not helping you with your mental, or if they're not uplifting you, you need to keep your distance, because that only sets you back. Becoming an adult, all of that is so much larger than just your anatomy. It's larger than just your feeling, or like just your emotions. Like, literally, growing up is growing pains. Growing up is learning when to do what, when to say what, when to react to what. Like, you're literally, like my grandma used to tell me, you're literally never done learning and growing throughout this game we call life. Like, we are constantly growing and absorbing the things around us. So I think you should surround yourself and put yourself in situations that help you grow and not tear you down. But that is all for this grown folks business. I definitely want to do another one. So if y'all have anything that y'all want me to talk about, make sure you drop it down below in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe, because I need my subscribers up and y'all being stingy. But until next time, bye.